this is going to be a singles reading for the sign of Aquarius. And I'm just going to ask first, like, what's going on with you? What's going on with my Aquarius people? This is a general reading, folks, so it won't resonate with everyone. So take what you need and leave the rest. And if it's not your story, it's okay. Okay, this is for Aquarius. What's going on with my Aquarius people? For Aquarius. And again, we're just asking right now sort of what's going on with you. What's going on with my Aquarius gang? With my Aquarius people. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to get a few more cards. Wow, the cards are just flying right now. I'm only going to take what feels right. Not in terms of the card face, but there's like there's an intuitive hit when cards fall sometimes that says nope, or sometimes it's a yes. Okay, this is for Aquarius. What's going on with my Aquarius people? For Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. This is really interesting. So I got the hit right off that there's something happening with you with possibly like healing something from the past, but maybe as deep as childhood. I don't know if you're in a space right now of kind of, you know, looking a little deeper into maybe how you've been affected by things that have happened in your youth, maybe sort of healing those parts of you. I feel like this Knight of Cups came out, and also like the words that were coming in were self-love. I just somehow I feel like you're in a time right now of self-nurturing, self-love. So I feel like you're finding your balance in some way, but I feel like somehow you're tending to almost like your inner child, if that makes sense. There's just a sense that it's possible that you may be looking into something to do with I don't know, childhood wounding, giving love to yourself, giving love to like the parts of yourself that that maybe like didn't get what you needed as a child. Self-care, I don't know, I feel like you're in a time of self-care, but it's almost like you're getting to a place of real clarity on sort of where you want to go with things. I feel like you're definitely right now like in a mode of being ready for some kind of new start. You know, that you're kind of clear on what you want. You're clear on like what kind of love you want and need. I feel like this is a change for you. I feel like you're focused on your own success, if that makes sense. I feel like you might be in a time of just like real self-nurturing, self-care. Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing. But I just, there's something coming through in this initial spread that was just like really heavy tapping into self-care, child self-care. And this message again will not be for everybody, but this is maybe just something specific for, you know, one person out there even. But I feel like this is a time of, been a time that you've been in a time of sort of integration, where maybe perhaps you may have felt sort of chaotic in the past, that maybe you've been nurturing yourself, doing getting the fine art of self-love, if that makes sense, self-care. But because the wheel is here, I feel like this is a change for you. I don't feel like maybe you always were great at that. Maybe you've put a lot into caring for others, and it's possible there's been like a realization that things have been out of balance in that aspect. And so, but I think as you've been like loving yourself and caring for yourself, you have sort of opened a space for clarity on wanting to start something new. With two aces here, it's definitely speaking of new beginnings, but new beginnings with mentally, new beginnings with love. So I feel like you're feeling very warm and receptive to something new coming in. I don't think that you're looking back at the past. This really speaks to me of sort of healing from those past things and ready for something new. If you came into this reading asking about something specific, sort of like if you were looking for whether the answer is yes to something, two aces would signify a yes. Anytime two aces are out on the board, that would signify a yes. So if you came into this with a specific question, I would say the answer is yes. But I feel like this is sort of saying clean slate, but almost like a clean slate that you've paved within yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, Aquarius, so I want to look at, because this is for singles, I want to take a look at what may be coming in for you. Can I just get a different deck? What's coming in around my Aquarius singles? What's coming in for my Aquarius singles? If you're looking for a new beginning, I'm just going to take a look at what might be coming around for you. This is a new deck and it's super stiff, so shuffling in a traditional way doesn't always work with new decks. So until I can get it broken in, we're just going to really do a soft shuffle. It's a gorgeous deck. This deck is like a tribute to Mucha, the art of Mucha, and the imagery is stunning, like stunning, unbelievably stunning. I am in love. I am in love with this deck. Okay, what's coming in for my Aquarius people? All right. In for my Aquarius people. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. Okay, so you have a repeat here of the Six of Cups. Just gonna get some more cards. Gonna get a few more. Wow. Listen, you definitely have some repeat messages here. You've got another Six of Cups and another Queen of Pentacles. This is interesting. So when I'm asking what's coming in, it could be, looking at what's coming in terms of love, right? But I don't know. This is almost more like a general reading, if you're asking me. Um, there's not a lot here to speak on love. Even though you got 2 6 of Cups, which would speak on reconciliation, it's just not how it's really coming through in this reading at all. It's just not how it's reading through here. You know your story, so if there's anything going on about reconciliation, and that's part of your story, fine. But I don't feel that in this reading at all. I don't feel that you're looking back to the past. I feel that you're growing from the past. So let's talk about this. So you have the Empress, and so this is just like, I feel, Aquarius, like this is the place that you are like evolving into with that Wheel of Fortune and that sort of self-loving aspect. I feel like you're just coming into your Empress mode now. Empress is like, she's very nurturing, she's very fertile, and we're not talking in terms of baby making fertile. Fertile in terms of abundant, full, enough. This is like you being in a place of just enough. Like you're recognizing your wholeness, you're recognizing your enoughness, and that is really beautiful. And if you are in like any, I don't sense here that you're in any state of sort of lack or anything like that, but if you are experiencing any kind of like negativity or lack, I would say that this is time to embrace your inner Empress, which is that place where you know that you're okay without anybody. You're willing to come into partnership if that's what sort of comes to the table. But you're also like perfectly content and fine and happy and peaceful on your own. Empress like does what she needs to do to keep herself happy. She knows how to take care of herself. So this is a beautiful energy for you to be in. And then I think there's going to be a continuation as you move, with this integration, with this healing work, with this sort of self-care work. It's just like the 6 of Cups is a very beautiful energy, and it can speak of nostalgia of childhood, but in this spread, somehow it's just really tapping through that you're doing some kind of healing. That's really what I'm feeling strongly, that you're doing some kind of healing on like deep wounds that have been present for a long time. This is really beautiful. I love this. I love this coming out next to the Empress. This is sort of like you know how to do this now, where maybe for a long time it's possible that you didn't really know how to take care of your internal world, but I just feel like you're definitely getting the you're getting the knowing down of like how this whole thing works, how integrating and healing for yourself works. It's possible that you have some options around you. I'm not sure, but this is like this 8 of Wands doesn't really come in like that, but there's like sort of momentum, and there's a lot of movement going on around this woman, and Wands are passion, and then you've got King of Wands. So I don't know if there's someone around you that might be possibly a fire sign, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but there's a lot of wands going on in this spread. So it's possible, but you just might be in a real glow up right now. You might just be settling into, if you're in Empress mode, clearly you're just like beaming and shining. So, it's very possible that that's what's going on. But something is tapping in with this King of Wands about another presence coming in for you. So I would just pay attention for relevance with a fire sign that might be, reaching out, communicating, trying to communicate. And it's possible that you have some fears around sort of coming into unity with energy that's moving at you. It's possible that you've just been doing so much hard work on yourself that there's some fear. But I feel like because you've been working so hard at this, whatever this is, and that I don't feel like this is a struggle for you right now. I feel like you're sort of getting mastery over like your internal aspects and your integration, and sort of like taming the chaos, whatever it is for you that maybe has been present for a while. I feel like you have your balance right now. So I feel like this is really sort of you stepping through the fears. This is you stepping up to the fears. And even though there might be a little bit of fear present, you're very much sort of like looking at it like, okay, what is it about this that scares me? What is it about this that feels good? I think if there is a person in your arena, again, they might be a fire sign. They may not. They may just be coming in with fiery energy. This may be someone who's really attractive. This may be someone who's just coming in with a lot of passion. I feel like you're assessing sort of like how you feel about this. I don't feel like you're just running and hiding. I feel like you're really sort of examining, like, what is this? What does this look like to me? Is this going to support me staying in my wholeness? And if you haven't asked yourself those questions and you are experiencing a little bit of fear, I don't think this fear is setting you back, by the way, but, you know, I would just ask yourself internally, if there is a person in your arena and they're sort of fiery and coming in with a lot of passion, just ask yourself, like, does this person feel like joy? Does this person feel like anxiety? What do you feel like after you leave this person's presence? Do you feel good? Do you feel balanced? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel joy? And follow that. You know, that's going to be the key to stepping over your fears, is trusting your inner knowing. Empress has inner knowing. She knows what she's doing. So you know what you're doing, Aquarius. You know what you're doing. So use your intuition. Use your inner knowing. You know, whatever this is, I just want to get a little clarity on what is the victory about? Because you've got like success coming in here. Actually, yeah, you're taming that space in you where you have had a tendency maybe to get in your head and worry about things and not be able to sleep at night. This is like you're getting mastery over that. You're getting victory over that. You are totally getting victory over that. You are learning how to leap into life, into whatever it is that you want to leap into. You're letting go of fear of outcomes, where you maybe historically you've had a tendency to like be afraid of like what's going to happen, what's going to go wrong. I feel like you're learning the flow and ease with things, where you're getting that ability to just have experiences without too much like getting in your head and worrying about what's going to happen. The Fool card is about leaping, you know, without being too afraid of what's going to happen. Like is someone going to catch me when I fall? You're learning that you can catch yourself. You can absolutely catch yourself. You're in Empress mode. If you go through something, you're going to be okay, because you're sitting in a place of real wholeness. I just feel like you're moving into a really empowered place. And you have Queen of Pentacles here again, but it is falling right under this this King of Wands. This is really interesting. This is just tapping in as like a safe place, and you're leaping into it. So I feel like if you do have someone around you in this fiery energy, I just feel like there's definitely someone coming in who's like, there's something about like the chemistry of it or whatever that's a little bit like unsettling to you, because it may like remind you of ways that you are able to be hurt, right? Like when someone comes in and there's chemistry and there's passion, it may like resonate to a part of you that says like, if I leap into this, is this going to hurt me the way I've been hurt in the past? But remember how much work you've done. Remember how much work you've put in on the journey to be in this whole place, and know that you're a different person now. You're always evolving. You're always evolving, and you're different now than you were last time. You know, you've grown, you've done work, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I feel like this is a place. I just want to get like one more card of clarity on this Queen of Pentacles. See like what aspect is she coming in under, like what's get one more card. Yeah. You know, listen. whatever this energy is coming in towards you, it's interesting. This is like a healing energy that is different from what's behind you. This is different than what's behind you. Like where you've been used to tower moments, there's some energy coming in to heal that. There's some energy coming in that's going to be nurturing, but it's also going to be unlike the cups that are behind your back. It's not going to be towery like what you've experienced in the past. You will not continue to experience things in the same way that you have historically experienced them, because you're different. You've done work. You've grown. You're different. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. It's almost like the message is coming through that it's like you're so much stronger than you remember being in the past. You're different now. I don't know why that's tapping through so heavy. This is like a streaming message. You're stronger than you believe. So listen, this Eight of Cups here is where the ways of loving that have not worked for you in the past, your back is turned to them, and you're traveling like right towards these mountains. And mountains are possibility. And this person in this Eight of Cups is walking away from these 8 cups, but they're walking towards the 9 of Cups. They're walking towards wish fulfillment. Yeah. This is going to be different. This is going to be different. The way that you move and the way that you navigate and situations that you move into, you will know. You'll know the right choices to make. You'll know on an intuitive level. You're not going to walk through the same destruction that you have in the past. You're going to be walking with strength. There's nurturing in front of you. There's just this like sort of warmth and security in front of you. I almost just feel like it's like there aren't really cards here to say it, but there's just a heavy message like tapping through that like a door has closed on something, which is like this old way of being, this old way of loving. A door has closed on that. You have shut something down with some kind of revelations that you've had, or some kind of healing that you've been doing or that you've gone through, that has sort of closed the door on an old way of doing things, and you're no longer doing things that way, which it's like your experiences are going to be different. If things have been hard for a long time, your experiences are going to be different. They're going to be different because you've done the work. You've evolved into a much stronger person. You've learned how to face your fears. You've learned how to not navigate from a fear-based place with this Fool card here. And you're having victory over the burdens that you have carried for such a long time. You know, I feel like you're not in that space of getting stuck in your head anymore and overthinking things and running things through over and over and over until it drives you crazy. I just feel like you're so much in this Empress mode now. And that's a really beautiful thing, Aquarius. So that's your reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if it didn't resonate with you, you can feel free to watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more information in your other placements. But I just want to thank you for coming out and receiving this reading today. All right, take care, Aquarius.